Hey guys, welcome to the Almost Legal Podcast. This is Josh Ankstein, and today we have Funnymaine. And you might know him from his Bama videos or on 95.7.
Yeah, he's okay.
So I didn't realize, I don't know, don't take this as an insult. I didn't realize how big you were until I actually contacted you. So I saw you live.
Mm-hmm. Where,
and
Stardome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went, I forget, you had someone from Jackson, like a girl from Jackson and some other person that was on the news or something.
Rita.
Maybe.
Yeah, Rita B from Jackson.
She's funny.
And,
she was funny.
That's the homie right there. Who else could have been on that show? We worked together quite a few times, so it could have been Ricky Smiley.
No, it was another woman. She was she's on the news or
Eunice.
something. Maybe.
Eunice Elliott. That's what.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, no, like 2 episodes ago, Roscoe, or do you call him Roscoe?
Nah, I do not.
I keep calling him Roscoe. I know him as Roscoe, but it's Jose Cooks.
Jose Cooks.
You came up. How do you know?
Well, Jose has got his foot in comedy. We met. He was working at the Stardome, the comedy club here. He's a great bartender, by the way. So, to get his comedy chops together, he works out at the club, but he also, was making a living there, paying his bills by being there. So he was just surrounded at the comedy club, which really is a genius idea. Like you're in that lifestyle, you're getting to know the owners, the managers, great relationships with everybody, and you just get to watch all these great comedians. So kudos to Jose, man. What a great plan you had.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Awesome dude. How long have you been doing comedy?
This is at the time of doing this podcast right now. We're right at 12 years.
Dang.
Yeah, started in 2005, August 25th, 2005. It's my first show ever at UAB in the Hill Center. RIP to the old Hill Center.
What got you into comedy?
Dude, I've been a class clown all my life, man. Like, I got class clown in every grade, and I never thought about doing comedy. It was a gradual thing that led me into comedy. Like, I was actually a band announcer in college, at Stillman College, and because I announced well for the band, apparently I was the only person that could read and talk. So they started asking me to announce basketball games and just doing stuff. So I was getting my public speaking chops up.
Yeah.
But I was terrified to tell jokes. Like, then they started asking me to host programs, and 2 of my friends got into comedy before I did. Trey Williamson, we grew up in the same neighborhood together, and him and Roy Wood Jr. kind of linked up at the radio station. So I met Roy through Trey, and I just watched them, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should try it. Just give it a try. Just see. Because what I was doing at the time, college recruiter, I knew that wasn't my life's calling. I tried it, man. Got a great ovation August 25th. And I've been at it ever since.
You got a little addicting?
Oh, it's very addictive.
Hearing them roar, them laugh.
It is very addictive. I will tell you that.
I have a deep-hearted passion for stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like,
have you ever tried it?
No.
Well, it ain't
I'm
that
terrified.
deep then.
No, I'm terrified. That's why this podcast is like a step for me.
Right.
Because between football, baseball, stuff like that,
Yeah.
I turned those opportunities down, not because I couldn't, just because I don't know if I was scared or lazy.
So you got a fear about you.
I think so.
Oh, God, I got to make you uncomfortable now.
Fear of failure, I think.
I feel like it's my obligation to make you uncomfortable.
It's
no, I wouldn't do that.
Put myself out there. It's really, I guess I have a big fear of that.
Right.
I don't know.
Understandable. Normal. You really are nervous. You're just going to drink that Mountain Dew in the middle of our great conversation.
I got cotton mouth. Sorry. Okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
No, you're fine. I'm going to edit most of this out. Okay. Got a little bald spot. All right. So you from Birmingham? You said you went to Stillman. So is that your tie with Tuscaloosa?
No, my mom's side of the family, all of them are from Tuscaloosa. So I pretty much grew up between Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and Opelika.
Okay.
I was born in Opelika, moved to Birmingham when Dad got remarried, and all my family, man. So holidays, summers, everything spent in Tuscaloosa growing up.
Okay. So what is I saw in 2010 you opened up for who'd you open up for?
Steve Harvey.
How was that?
It was cool, man. It was cool. I had to beat out 32 comedians to get that spot. It was like a 2-show competition. Like they brought in 32 the first time, picked 12 from that, and then the last 12 we went on the second show, the finale show, and they picked a winner from that to open up for Steve Harvey. He was here Classic Weekend 2010, and dude, they put me up number 11 out of 12. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Like the crowd is gonna be burned out. Everybody's gonna be touched on everything. Wow.
They did it all in a row? Like
yeah, it was back to back.
Same crowd?
I think everybody had 5 minutes, maybe 7. So what I did, I didn't panic. I watched everybody. Like I watched everybody because I wanted to make sure I didn't talk about anything that anybody else had talked about. And, I forced myself to watch it, and I was going to rewrite what I had in my mind if I needed to. But when I watched the first 10 acts, what I noticed was they all went out and stood in the same spot. Every single one of them. They went out like there. That's where it was.
Didn't work the crowd?
Did not. So I went out. I'm comfortable with my jokes. I'm moving left to right. I'm making eye contact. I won.
That's awesome. They do that for everybody? Like every big trying to get someone to open, that's what they do?
No, that was just a thing, that year. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of competitions across the country, but I haven't seen anything like that in Birmingham since then, besides the Start On finale. And when you win the Start On finale, you just open up the next week for whoever is booked.
Okay. I was wondering how that happened. Like when a big name person comes and they have people open up to them, do they bring them with them?
A lot of times they do, because the big names, they don't, want a guy or a girl up in front of them that may make it hard for them to follow.
That is true. Yeah.
So a lot of times they will bring their own act.
Because I know I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast a lot.
Right.
And he talks about, picking the people. Because he had Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
He carries,
Funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His stories are insane. No, I went and saw, I think that when I saw you at the Stardome, that was the last time I went to a comedy show. And then the one before that was Dave Chappelle when he came.
Yeah, on 420.
Yes.
I was there. I could not miss it. And my girlfriend, bless her heart, she's taking me to see him in New York this summer for my birthday.
He's my favorite.
Chris Rock is my favorite. Chappelle is in the top 5 for sure.
I don't know, his delivery.
Yeah, he's a great storyteller.
When the way he sets his jokes up. But how many? Okay, go back to the Steve Hart. How long was it until you got that break before Because I know comedy's a grind.
Right.
It's a constant work, constantly doing jokes. How long was it until you finally got your break in?
I mean, I still don't know, because I'm on the inside looking out. So to me, all of it's just been work, if that makes any sense.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how big I am. I really don't. I know I get, I see the amount of views I get on YouTube and Facebook every week, and I get stopped in Walmart and stuff, but I'm still in Walmart. So that's to let you know. I don't think I'm that,
But to open
big.
up for Steve Harvey,
Yeah, it's great on the resume, but that's what it was to me. Like, I kind of being a Bama fan, I kind of got the Nick Saban rules, like that 24-hour. I turn mine to 24 minutes. Like, no matter how good or bad a show is, 24 minutes on to the next show.
That's a good way to look at it.
That's how
you don't get complacent, and you really keep the grind, you keep driving. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. What else have you done, like, in comedy? Big.
Last year, Well, they aired it, late 2016. We shot an episode of Heart of the City, the Birmingham episode with Kevin Hart. Been on a few sitcoms, Being Mary Jane, BET, R.I.P. to Sullivan and Son on TBS. Had a chance to be on that. Big Bang Theory.
What'd you do in Big Bang?
Just some background work.
Okay. So are you? Yeah. So you do background stuff?
Yeah.
Are you want to pursue acting?
I'm in it. I'm in it. Just finding my way. I don't know if I ever be a action headliner star or anything, but
the next
never
Tom
know.
Cruise.
Right. I'm taller than him, so that could happen.
Hey, he thinks
I got
he's
a better
about
tan
6'2"
than he does. Yeah, anything's possible.
So you're more your comedy. Is that your calling?
Yeah. Comedy is my love, but I want to cover it at all angles. You know, there's acting, there's the stand-up part, there's the podcasting part, there's radio, of course. So I feel like I'm a well-rounded comedian.
So you're the radio's featured comic, right? Yeah. Is that Is that labeled correctly?
I would say this, yeah.
What does that entail?
Telling a lot of jokes, good or bad, on the spot, live, every day. Getting a lot of complaints, offending a lot of people, but overall, people understanding as they listen, they understand what you're about, who you are, and that's it, man. The city of Birmingham, they're great, man. They try to say New York, but I say Birmingham. You can make it in Birmingham. You can make it anywhere because it's a very conservative city. And that's not limited to any particular race. That's everybody.
Yeah.
Even what they would call progressive is conservative.
Yeah, they're trying to revamp Birmingham.
But in such a conservative manner.
Yeah.
They don't like a lot of change. They don't like. So when you introduce them to something or someone new and they grasp to it, that's an awesome feat.
Yeah. That's true.
Because they were not feeling me at first. And I'm like, I grew up here. And they were like,
help my man out.
My first prank calls and my first times on the radio, kill yourself. That was what the calls were. Dang. So they don't like change, bro. So the fact that I'm in, it's great.
It's getting a little better though. It's getting a little bit better.
I don't know.
Not even a little bit.
No.
All right, so let's go to your How Bama Fans Watch videos. Right. Where did that come from? Because that is viral. I see it. Right. Where did that come from?
I gotta thank the people that I call my 15ers, and I call them this because 2015. I started doing I sporadically do Bama-based videos, and I did the first one after they lost to Ole Miss, and it did pretty well. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
That loss hurt.
Telling me. But things went on, and we end up. I think I did one or two more videos that year, and it just went really well. I connected with people. I think my following went from 5,000 to 20,000+, and they were just rocking with me. They were like, yo, I like your stuff, man. It's good to see another Bama fan, this and that. So I got these 20,000 something people following. I didn't really have much to talk about. And then when the 2016 season started, I said, I want to do videos again, but I don't want it to be sporadic. I want something that'll kind of stick and I can do it consistently. I didn't know what that was going to be. I didn't decide to do the video. I was in a motel in Nashville after the first game, and I was like, man, I want to do something. All I got is my iPhone, and what can I do? So I just recorded myself.
On an iPhone?
Yeah. I still got the original video right here in my hand.
Which video was that?
From the first Bama Fans video.
What? What?
Yeah, on a couch in Nashville. So I recorded that and to see if anybody can relate. And like I said, my 15ers, man, they were the push. Like they pushed it out. They shared it with all their friends. And that first one got watched like over 3 million times.
Dang.
Yeah, and then just kept going and it kept growing. Like the better the games were, the more people would watch the videos.
Oh, and Alabama winning.
Yeah. That does not hurt at all.
And you're pretty like, because there's people that do videos like that and they're not really realistic with their reaction. You're just pretty funny because it's like that's spot on what 99% of the people are thinking.
Because I don't write a script. That's everything I say in the video was
actually what you're thinking.
What I was thinking, and then
that makes it easier for you.
Yeah, and it just grew, man. And by the time we got to week 5, that people are watching them by the millions. I'm up to over 100,000 followers, and this thing just kept growing.
Did you ever see it getting there?
I didn't. I'm glad I was ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't. Nobody can predict that, bro. Like, that's the thing about the internet. You never choose.
You never know what's going to stick.
Yeah,
There's so much content.
Yeah, that's the difference between internet and TV. Like, the people choose on the internet. So if they don't choose you.
It's the craziest things that get viral. Like, what?
But people choose it.
But you never know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed. I was born in Louisiana. I'm a LSU. And here's the thing. It's not what you think.
Yeah.
I was raised an LSU fan, and then I went to Alabama, and we also had Les Miles.
Right.
I've been fighting it for years, and then finally, a buddy of mine, Jake, he's like, just admit it. You're an Alabama fan. I was like, I'm an Alabama.
How does that happen, though?
It's just I guess from living up here, because like I at the time I could name every Alabama starter. Right. I didn't know. I knew like Fournette or like big name for LSU.
Right.
And I know that has a lot to. I'm living here, but and I would get upset when Alabama would lose.
Oh yeah.
And Jake was like, "You're an Alabama fan. Just admit it." And I'm like, I finally admitted it. You got to respect Saban.
Right.
He's a genius. Him and Belichick.
Yeah,
they're from the same cloth.
Man, they are. The way they go about their business, man, it's like they got the cheat sheet to life. Now, funny, you growing up in Louisiana, I love Louisiana. Like, I love visiting the state. I love the culture. So that's why on Sundays I have to flip. I had to take off my crimson and throw on my black and gold because I became a huge Saints fan.
Oh, I'm a Saints. I'm bigger Saints fan than I am an LSU fan. I'm a college. I'm an NFL guy. Yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah, so I've been. Of course, I always knew about the Saints and just keeping up football. But about 2002, 3, the Aaron Brooks,
Joe Horn
days. I went down there. I was, like I said, I was college recruiter, and New Orleans was my territory. Go down and recruit all these schools, and then if we stayed on Sunday, they would take us to the game, and I just fell in love with it. I never heard those accents before, and just the passion of the dome and all the hoot.
You can't replicate it.
No,
it's just so much love to that team.
Yeah,
and they get a bad rap. Like if you don't talk crap to them, they're the nicest people in the world. They might give you a hoot at, but they're not gonna cuss you out. Like
it's a genuine hoot at.
Yeah, they say it, but they're not being mean.
Yeah.